Good evening. This video, like the others, I deem necessary to do to really talk to parents. My last two videos were talking to parents of small children and what you should do, or how I just personally feel a child should be raised. But what do you do when that child is grown and they forget who you are? Even though they were raised with the values and the understanding that you will literally slap them to sleep. What do you do? Now, for those that know me, I can quickly go from Tammy to Sherelle, and you don't want her to, as my husband would call me, Taz. Nobody likes to see her. She's not even nice to herself at that point. But what do, parents, when you have adult children that think, especially in this day and age, someone that's under the age of 30, and they have a sense of entitlement, like you owe them. You're supposed to do things for them. Let me tell y'all something. Seriously, once a child turns 18, and this goes for any parent across the board, unless you are the parent of a child who, for whatever reason, cannot take care of themselves. But if you have a child that is not a special needs child, and you deem it necessary to continue to take care of this child well past the age of 18, and that child flip out on you, that's your fault. Don't get mad at the child because they go sideways on you. You've allowed it. You cannot take care of these grown kids. You can't. Help them. I have fallen many times and had to go back home or go stay with my grandparents until I got on my feet. But it was always my goal to get back on my feet and to not stay with anybody. Sometimes things get hard and you have to stay for an extended period of time. Even with that being said, you're working, and if you're with a parent and you two are helping out one another, you are both benefiting from you being there with your parents or roommates or whatever. If you are still at home with your parents, you and your parents should both be benefiting from you both working and taking care of some situations and getting yourself set together. Because I know quite a few people that do that too. But they saving money so that they can purchase their own home. They not just parlaying, coming and going like, they're still in high school. Y'all better stop taking care of these grown kids. I had somebody say to me, they child ain't never got to leave. I would say, what? They ain't never got to leave? Huh? Who in the hell let the dogs out? Where is it that you supposed to take care of your children for life? Huh? And then you have these children thinking they can run your house. Your name on the mortgage, the light bill, the water bill. These kids tell you what to do. Especially, and for you ladies that are single and you still got your kids at your house and you letting them, you can't have your man over because your son say he don't like that dude. but he got a girlfriend or whatever, you better not tell him what he can't do. You hear me? If you have a child that is of age and then you let them know that they ain't got to go home, they ain't got to leave home, they can stay with you forever, I'm gonna need both of y'all to get your life together, because that's not the move. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Because stop and think about it. If something happens to you, and God forbid, I want all my sisters and brothers to live a long, prosperous life, but if something happens to you, ain't nobody else gonna take care of them children that you deem it necessary to let them stay with you forever and ever. It ain't going down like that. Anybody else gonna take care of your kids? Lies to the 10th power from the pits of hell. Not gonna happen. Help your children to be self-sufficient. Make sure your young men, your young women have all the mental tools that they need to be self-sufficient. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure your children know how to clean house. Girls and boys, make sure they can cook, so he don't have to depend on coming to your house or having a girl to cook for him. And the girl ain't got to wait on some man to take her out to eat because she can't cook. She can't boil water without peeling paint off the kitchen wall. That's not... When a child graduates from high school, you go to a part-time advisory status. That's what your parental role is. You are there to advise and guide. Anything that you do for them is of your own free will. You're not obligated. And if your child forgets who you are, listen. I showed great restraint on my son because he forgot who I was. But Rama, he won't again. Ever. And no, I didn't resort to laying hands on him. I resorted to not laying hands on him, which is probably more frightening than laying hands on him. But he needs to know. All grown children need to know. Your parents say, this is not your world. And anything that you receive, you should have worked hard for it to earn for yourself. Your parents, once you turn 18, don't owe you nothing. N-U-T-H-I-N. Nothing. Yeah? Don't owe you nothing. Do better, parents. Get your life.